So today we're going to make a complementary color mirror design. And so you should know that complementary colors are the opposite colors on a color wheel. So yellow and purple are complements, red and green are complements, orange and blue are complements. And so now we know that complementary colors are opposite colors on the color wheel. Purple and yellow, orange and blue, red and green, and even black and white are complementary colors, even though they're not on the color wheel. So today it's going to make things much easier if you have colored paper at home. If you don't have colored paper at home, you're going to have to find colors in magazines or on, calendars or someplace else where you can cut something out, but much easier if you've got colored paper at home. So you are going to put your colored papers together in pairs. So red and green are going to be a team together. Blue and orange are going to be a team together. Black and white are going to be a team together. And yellow and purple are going to be a team together. And the first thing I want you to do is take your paper and fold it in half like a book. And then wherever the fold is down the center, you're going to take a black crayon and make a mark down that line. And half the paper you're going to color black, and the other half you're going to leave white, because we're going to make the background complementary colors too. So I'm going to make my background black on one side and white on the other, so that the whole paper is complementary colors starting off. So I'm going to finish coloring all of this, and you can go and get your colored paper. Make sure that you pair up black and white, red and green, purple and yellow, and orange and blue. Those are the pairs that you have to pair up. Because when we cut our papers, we're going to cut through the pair so that you have the same exact shape out of your two complementary colors. And the reason we're going to do that is because we're making a complementary color mirror design. So we want the colors to be exactly opposite each other, and we want the colors to be the exact opposite shape from each other too. So after I get done coloring this, I'm going to show you how I begin to do it. And this is one that I've already done. And I made it out of simple shapes, just like you're going to do, to make it easier for you and to make it look beautiful when you're done. So after I get done coloring this, then we'll begin. So the first thing I want you to do, after you get done coloring one side black, then you'll notice that, I've got complementary colors. One side's black and one side's white. Let's start off today with purple and yellow. And when I draw my shape, I'm going to draw it on the yellow side because purple's a little bit harder to see. And I'm going to take a pen and draw it, but you can take a pencil or however you want to draw it. Notice I've made a few of these because I've got a bunch of shapes cut out for my paper. So the first shape that I think that I'm going to make today is going to be a half circle. So I'm going to make a half circle on my yellow paper, just like this, and then I'm going to hold the two papers together, purple and yellow, and I'm going to cut them both out at the same time so that they'll be exactly the same. Here are my two shapes, and they're exactly the same. I'm going to glue the yellow one down onto the black so we can see it better, and the purple onto the white. And I can glue them down like this, or I could glue them down like this, or I could even glue them down like this. There's a lot of different directions I can turn them. So let's say that I decide to glue them down like this, facing away from each other. So one goes here, so the curved line is against the line. And one goes here. If I make this shape again, and half circle again, I could glue them down in a different direction and make it look different. Then I'm going to try the black and white. When I do the black and white, I'm going to draw on the white side since it's easier to see. And this time, I'm going to draw a diamond. Triangle at the top, triangle at the bottom. And I'm going to cut out my diamond. And I have to remember to cut on both the black and the white paper at the same time, so they're going to be exactly the same. So even if I kind of mess up the shape a little bit and it doesn't look perfect, that's okay, because they're going to be exactly the same as each other. So they'll be perfect for each other. So I have the black one and I have the white one. And I can glue them down like this together, or I could glue them down like this. Oh, I'm going to glue the white onto the black though. White goes on the black and the black goes on the white. I could glue them down like this together. I could glue them down like this together. I can glue them down like this together. However I want to glue them down, I think I'm going to glue them down like that so they look more like diamonds. So I'm going to put glue on the back of the white one and glue on the back of the black one. And there you go. They look like mirrors of each other. They look exactly the same across from each other. Now I'm going to take the orange and blue. And this time I'm going to draw on the orange side because it's easier to see. And this time I think I make a heart. So I'm going to make a heart. And even if my heart isn't perfect, it'll look as perfect as it can because they're both going to be exactly the same. So I'm going to cut out my orange heart. And I know that behind it, it's going to have a blue heart that's exactly the same. And when I go to glue it down, here they are exactly the same as each other, orange and blue. And when I go to glue it down, I'm going to glue down the orange onto the black and the blue onto the white. And I could glue them down like this, or I could glue them down like that, or I could even glue them down like this. I think I'm going to glue them down with their points together. That's kind of cool. So here I go, gluing down the orange and then gluing down the blue. And I have one more color to do. I have red and green going down the center. So this time I think I'll make a triangle. So I'm going to make a triangle on my green. And when I cut it out, I'm going to cut out through the red, green and the red at the same time. And when I cut this one out, this one I can glue down in a lot of different ways too. I can glue it down with the points together. I can glue it down with the sides together. I can, ooh, that looks kind of cool. I think I'll glue it down like that. And make it perfect so that it looks like it's a mirror of each other. When I'm done with doing that, then I'm going to take some other colors and put them in the corners and finish off the whole thing. It's going to be a lot of fun to do. Have fun, guys. Bye-bye.